Good morning. I will begin to pass a film about this research project. Sorry, it's in French, but subtitles are in English. So, voilà. Just before this film, I'm percussion teacher in Geneva, Switzerland, University HEM. Also, I have a research project with new technology, multimedia department, and we have I will present to you this research project. We begin in 2015. The name is GeKiPe, Gesture-Kinect-Percussion. Voilà. And okay, I'm a percussionist, so I'm used to use my hands and also my body to move on instruments. So it was naturally for me to make a tool, virtual tool with virtual instrument that I can just trigger or play with. So I will pass now this film, 10 minutes, so you will enter in this GeKiPe tool world. Voilà.
Ce travail de recherche va développer la relation entre le mouvement et le son. C'est-à-dire qu'on a une réflexion sur comment on va guider un son, et par la suite, le son va également influer sur le mouvement, puisqu'on va pouvoir créer et sculpter de la matière sonore. Là, et l'autre, c'est quoi?
Et l'autre, c'est comme ça.
Ok. Alors.
Dans ce gong que je fabriquais, il y a un capteur 9 axes, on appelle ça, et dans lequel il y a des accéléromètres, des gyroscopes et des boussoles en 3 dimensions. Et donc on va utiliser toutes ces données pour produire du son et déclencher du son aussi. C'est ça que je vais miniaturiser. Et comme ça, c'est ta. Voilà.
Un freeze.
Donc,
on a commencé donc à délimiter des zones de jeu. On a également sélectionné des mouvements qui étaient plus parlants et qui étaient captés par la Kinect et les accéléromètres. Et nous avons assigné des sons déjà et des espèces de mouvements que l'on va réutiliser dans les compositions. Et l'étape suivante sera de créer des œuvres, ou de créer plutôt 2 œuvres qui vont utiliser ce système de captation, et également une projection vidéo.
J'ai été invité pour ce projet en tant qu'artiste visuel et je fais surtout tout ce qui concerne traitement d'images et capturation d'images et analyse, et donc aussi la création vidéo de la pièce. On utilise différentes manières de captation de mouvements et de captation vidéo. On a décidé de travailler avec la Kinect, qui est une caméra infrarouge qui permet de capturer des images en 3 dimensions. On a plusieurs entrées. Les 3 que j'utilise, et surtout celle que j'utilise, c'est celle-là. En fait, ça nous permet d'extraire la silhouette du performeur ou de plusieurs personnes qui sont devant la caméra. Ensuite, pour le travail de vidéo, donc avoir des points avec des coordonnées, c'est beaucoup plus intéressant que d'avoir juste une image. Parce que du coup, je peux avoir des traitements algorithmiques sur ces coordonnées. Les points, ils peuvent bouger, ils peuvent se déformer, ils peuvent faire plein de choses.
L'objectif de cette hypersynchronisation entre l'image et le son, c'est justement de créer de nouvelles formes audiovisuelles.
Cette captation de gestes en 3 dimensions nous a permis de virtualiser l'instrument et de ce fait de se concentrer juste sur le mouvement.
Alors le challenge dans cette partition a été de transcrire sur papier l'univers en 3 dimensions dans lequel évolue l'interprète.
Alors nous avons découpé l'espace qui est en 3 dimensions. C'est l'espace que j'ai devant moi, donc devant les performeurs, en 18 cubes virtuels, c'est-à-dire court, milieu, jardin. On a 3 hauteurs, donc bas, milieu, haut, et 2 profondeurs. On a face et lointain. Alors, 1, 2, 3, 4, voilà, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Termine avec impact 56. Alors pour indiquer à l'interprète ce qu'il a à exécuter, je vais indiquer sur cette partition donc, qui est séparée en 2, en haut pour la main droite, en bas pour la main gauche. J'écris de manière traditionnelle un solfège, donc on a les 3 zones ici, A, B et C, qui correspondent aux 3 hauteurs de cubes. Et pour la profondeur, par exemple, je veux lui dire de jouer une noire dans la hauteur B, dans la case 5, que j'indique ici.
Voilà.
Et pour José Miguel, j'indiquerai en haut que c'est l'événement numéro 1.
Voilà.
Donc,
par exemple, je prends la main ici, je vous montre les cubes. Donc il y a le plan A, B, C. Donc je vais passer ma main gauche face à la caméra. Et donc le 5B, il est là où je vous montre, c'est ici. Donc vous allez entendre le déclenchement. Alors, en plus des zones de déclenchement, j'ai également donc les gants où il y a des accéléromètres. Et ces accéléromètres vont réagir sur un geste assez rapide, souvent, où je simule une attaque sur un instrument. Donc voilà, donc là je vais déclencher par exemple un son avec le gant droit. Voilà, le gant gauche. Puis voilà. La dématérialisation d'un son ou plutôt d'un instrument permet donc de se focaliser sur le mouvement et le mouvement peut donc déclencher des sons mais également sculpter du son, laisser une empreinte C'est-à-dire que je peux, par exemple, dans un cube, je peux prendre un son et descendre le son dans le grave, le monter dans l'aigu, également jouer avec l'intensité en allant en avant, et également actionner des traitements de son en allant, par exemple, vers la droite. Ce qui permet d'avoir une incidence sur l'enveloppe sonore et de pouvoir sculpter le son. Ainsi, le mouvement devient son, et ce qui est intéressant, c'est que le son lui-même va diriger le mouvement. Donc le son et le mouvement ne font plus qu'un.
La particularité de cet instrument, c'est qu'il est virtuel, donc il n'est pas devant nous et il y a une part d'imaginaire dans ce qu'on est en train de faire. Et il faut arriver à sentir quelque chose qu'on ne voit pas, en fait. C'est une nouvelle confrontation, un nouveau rapport à un instrument qu'on n'a pas du tout d'habitude, quoi. Cette expérience, elle se différencie des autres expériences à la chaîne parce qu'elle est plus poussée au niveau de la technologie qu'elle utilise. Donc ça, effectivement, c'est quelque chose auquel on n'est pas confronté à la classe. Après, je trouve qu'il y a quand même un lien par rapport au travail qu'on fait parce qu'on est très souvent à la classe en rapport avec des pièces mixtes d'électronique et acoustique, les deux à la fois. Et donc il y a quand même toute cette approche qui est commune, et puis il y a aussi tout le travail sur le geste de l'interprète qui là a un rapport avec notre travail à nous.
Moi, j'étais très intéressée dans ce projet par justement cet accès au geste dont on parle peut-être pas assez souvent, ou on en parle parce qu'on est obligé de s'investir au niveau des gestes en percu, mais le fait qu'il n'y ait pas d'instrument, on est vraiment obligé de se concentrer que là-dessus, et du coup, peut-être ça va nous décoincer, entre guillemets, pour s'élargir, pour s'ouvrir, et pour penser peut-être aussi plus respiration, parce qu'on n'est plus focalisé ni sur une partition, ni sur un instrument, ni sur une technique de frappe ou quelque chose comme ça. Du coup, moi, j'ai toujours été intéressée par tout ce qui était gestuel et danse ou autre, donc du coup, j'étais aussi partante pour ça.
Ce qui était intéressant de ce projet, c'est une vision beaucoup plus artistique peut-être, en imaginant qu'on écoute en fait un mouvement et on peut également voir un son. Et je pense que c'est un peu ce qu'on va essayer de travailler là-dedans. Aider des gens par l'image pour travailler un son, et aider les gens par le son pour travailler un mouvement. Thank you. Now I will, okay, I will pass my PowerPoint. Okay, so now you can see a bit what is this GeKiPe gesture capture. So what is interesting is we made a research project, but not only research technology and gesture capture, but also music and the creation of pieces with multimedia, with video and composers. For us, it was very important to associate a lot of different composers to create their universe, and they can use this tool. It's not just a tool like a gaming. It's also can be a dramaturgy during one concert of 1 hour, for example. So I will explain a bit more. So this, you can see this is a research project in the HEM, University of Geneva. We have a program for the teachers who want to make research. So that's very interesting. So for me, it was so simple to make a research project until on gesture capture, because I'm percussionist. So the idea was just to be in a virtual world without instruments and pretend to play gesture that I know, like percussionist. We do a lot of gesture, very precise. So I can do the same precise gesture, and we can make a lot of different programmation. So I will show you. So the idea was, yes, of a research creation project. That was very important for us, to create pieces, and then I can play, but also other percussionists and students can play. So we are a team, of course. I'm not alone. We have José Miguel from the IRCAM, Alexander First, composer, Thomas from the HEAD, Haute École d'Art et Design of Geneva. Also Grégoire Lorieux from IRCAM, he's in the pedagogic area. So we make also, of course, things with schools, with children. They use this tool, of course. And Pierre Donat was a postgrad PhD, and he helped us to have find some grants, some money to do this project. So this I will pass because we saw. So how it works, you have the movement, gesture, then you have different way to capture this movement. You have the Kinect camera and the gloves. I will explain after. So this gives you some data, and the composer can use all this, and after he will compose. No? So, voila. So you have gloves here. Here you have a Kinect camera. This all data, information go to the same router here, and this gives here for the sound and here for the video. So of course, when I play these shows, I need 2 people with me. I cannot do alone. It's why I cannot do a performance today, because I need two people with me. So we play a lot in different festivals, also in university. We have some research program with university. We can come 1 week and we work with the composer students and of course the performer, percussionist or other students. And they use this tool, and the composer use this tool, and after 1 week they propose a concert, it's work in progress, but it's very interesting. So voila, so you see, you have the public here, speakers, and video. So of course, this is the camera, Kinect camera, and this is the gloves. Now the technology goes very fast. So the gloves, now I don't have this. This is the battery. Now the battery is on the glove, and the glove is very smaller. And every year there is a lot of new technology. You know, this camera also is now very old. We have a V2, V3, V4, but okay, it was V2 in 2015. But yeah, now it's fantastic how it's fast, new technology. So it was very interesting for us to imagine a tool where I play. So I have a screen behind me. You will see we have also now screen on the floor. But this was the origin. So we have to also control where I have to be on stage. So we fixed 6 zones. Yeah, so for example, the composer can say, okay, you go to Jardin Lointain, to Cours Face, so you know what is your walking. So this is just to be on the stage. After each cube is a virtual cube. So you enter in this virtual cube, and you can put some sounds. From here, maybe violin, percussion, piano, core. Yeah, so you can just switch, and you can create sound with this. So you have, of course, 3 parameters: high, also the panoramic, and also the intensity, the dynamic. For me, it was very important when I go in a sound system, I have to control the silence. That's the first thing you are working with. So it's very interesting for the students to have this notion of silence. Because without silence, you have no form. You have no control. You have no beginning, end. So that's very important. So the first thing I asked to all the engineers was, how is possible to make silence, to control the stop of this sound? Because if you enter a sound, so they put here a controller, and I can put, when my hand is coming in the same, here, it stops the sound. So that's very interesting. So, and also, of course, we put, you saw this in the film, 18 virtual cubes. That's amazing. We begin with 27, but it was too complicated to control. It's 27, so it was three dimension. This, it was impossible. So this camera can detect 18 zones. So A, B, C, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So when you pass the hand, you trigger, you can take a sound, and after you can take this sound and you can work with it. That's amazing. And also with the left hand. After I have a little video, you will understand that. So, of course, the beginning of this research project was to create a catalog of gesture. We begin with a gesture from percussionists. You know, when you play drum, timpani, when you make maracas, a lot of dead stroke, also freeze sounds. So I repeat this during 1 week, every day, like hours, the same, so to integrate all the movements. After you have this also, because the video for us was necessary, because for me it was very strange to be on stage without instrument, because I'm a percussionist, I'm a musician. So I control the sounds of the material. No? This is the percussion. We are just hitting sounds and controlling. So now you are on a stage without instruments. So it was very strange for me. So yes, it was necessary to put some video to also be immersive in an immersive world, and also understand some playing, you know. You will see. So this is, they developed the image. So it's very interesting because your silhouette, your body is integrated to a screen. So it's not only the shadow. When you move, you have some forces, and it's like in a swimming pool. You are here and you make this, you have the wave continue. So that's very interesting, because so I can hit some sounds, and then after you have a continuation, and this continuation you can take it and change the movement. So maybe it's a bit strange, but it's working. So also you can play with resonance. It's you have a filtering, processing, a lot of different video possibilities. And of course you have the sound. The sound is easy. It's like, it's easy to control. It's like your smartphone. You have 9 axes. This. So you can put a lot of different sounds. So you control. But it's not so easy to have a smartphone on your hand. Okay. So you put this accelerometer. This is a sensor. Sensor was made in IRCAM Centre Pompidou in Paris. So we work with them. It's Arduino. So it's like little plane. So you can just change the sound. So you have 9 axes. So of course I'm also a teacher. So for me it's very important to think about the transmission, because you can do things, but if you don't transmit, when you die, it's die with you. So, you know, this is orality also. Now we have also a writer, and now we have a new transmission is also the video. You can see, everybody can see on YouTube 10 versions of Psafa, for example, Xenakis pieces. So it's also a way to transmit. But for us, it was important to imagine also a way for a notation, a vocabulary, you know, and how to write in 3 dimensions. So here you have the right hand, the left hand. Here you have the 3 plans, A, B, C. The number of the case, the cube. C4, it's C1, 2, 3, 4. So I have to pass my hand here. And after, this is the direction of your movement. So you can see, hop. Voilà. Yeah. So we tried after to, also with my student in Geneva, they can just read the score and learn the score. So it's possible. Voilà, I have another example. Voilà, it's a bit. So here you have the attack, the direction of the gesture, impact, hit, intensity. This is more or less the duration. Here you have the fist. Here you have open hand. Okay, so you have a lot of course, you have also Thierry Demey, very famous composer, Belgium, and he wrote a piece named Musique de Table for 3 percussionists. They play just movements with the hand, and also he used a lot of different notation. So it's also important for us to understand what is written. No? But you know, this is traditional. So I can show you also. So you can follow. Left, one, tack. It was not working, so I have to pass second time in this cube. Sometimes it's strange because the sounds are not immediate, you know. So I hit a sound, the sound is coming after. So you have to imagine also this kind of latency can happen. Alors, since 2015, we commissioned 7 pieces with a composer, different composer. We have Alexander Ver, José Miguel, Pierre Jodlowski, very famous composer now in Europe. It's a Polish composer living in Paris and Wrocław in Polonia. He wrote a piece called Mad Max, and he used this like a motorbike. You will see after. And also we have Bruno Le Thor. Also now I have a new piece. It's a virtual reality, sorry, by Alexander Schubert. For 1 week I was in Hamburg in Germany, and he wrote for a headset, and I'm just in a virtual reality with a sensor, and the public can follow with the smartphone with the name Oculus. You put a smartphone on a headset, and you can see what I see. And also they project what I see on a screen behind me. So the things are going and going. It's very interesting to be in this world because you can meet a lot of composers, the new generation also composers. They compose with electronic, with sounds, with a lot of things. So, okay, to make a lot of combination with this all gives maybe a new repertoire also for the new performers. Because percussionists are percussionists, but for me also, percussion is like a performer. You can also dance, you can trigger some instruments. It's not just play in an orchestra, triangle, or snare drum. So that's completely different by heritage of repertoire. Of course, when you play piano, you have a lot of repertoire. Okay, years and years repertoire. Violin, it's the same. Percussion, no. You have the orchestral repertoire, yes, timpani, the old classical repertoire, it exists. But the solo pieces and chamber music is every time it's in our time. So that's interesting for the students because they are making the repertoire. So that's very interesting. And why they are very adaptive, the percussionist students are very adaptive. They adapt easy. So this was the first piece, but you saw already. This is a piece called Hypersphere. Just, I show you just a bit. So of course the visual depends also of the visual artist you work with. So they have different universe. Okay, so I spoke about Pierre Jodlowski before. This piece I commissioned in 2017, I think, or 18. So he wrote Mad Max. For him, he used this tool, but it was very, he needed to have a story. So for him, it was Mad Max, and it's a bit a surrealistic piece because you have three movements, one of the motorbike, the second I play with a bass drum, and I can also control a mouse, it's projecting, you will see. And here the vibraphone, more classical, I play this vibraphone and I have two gloves and I can change the sound while I play. So I will show you. It's a funny piece. And also Pierre Jodlowski's, his music is very provocative, okay? It's very impactful. So you have the glove here. This is real time. Huh? There is no click track. Everything is real time. There you can see the triggers. Okay, it's like the smartphone. Okay. This is provocative. I will play this piece in 1 week in Brussels. And the third movement is the vibraphone piece. Okay, this was Mad Max. So also we begin without instrument. So the idea, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, was to play without instrument. And then when we fixed the tool, the idea was to take the instrument in and to make some augmentation of an instrument. So that's now it's the new, our new way. It's play real instruments and add virtual reality. That's a new thing. So I will just show you a bit. 3 minutes or 1 minute. It's okay. Fantastic. So this is video. I play with gloves. The sound. I have also screen on the floor. So it's completely immersive. Yeah. And I play tom-toms, of course. Okay, and also I spoke about education with children's schools. Of course, for them it's very natural to use this kind of tool. No, it's not a big deal. For them, it's just normal. So it was interesting. They can also read. She's a violin player, and she just read and she can play. And also we have in Geneva we have the Jacques Dalcroze. It's the music and movement department. So we make a lot of things with them. They came a lot, and I'd show you just 30 seconds. Then, parfait. Voilà, so you can use also with a lot of people. So we have Superman, look. We had a child, Superman child. Voilà. So the perspective are to make augmented reality, to also improve this all. Also, you can use gloves with a touch, this feedback, haptic feedback, very interesting. Also the machine learning, we are looking with different departments, education, to have also improvisation. You have a lot of development. And also, so the next show is level 1. I will play in November this year. In less than 1 month. This completely virtual reality. You know, I have a headset, you can see, and I play with my avatar. It's very curious, but we made 500 pictures of my face, and they put it on an avatar. And so you are completely in another world, and I'm like blind, I see nothing, but I see on the stage, and the public can follow me with the smartphone, and also they can see on the screen what I see. So, I think we are done. Thank you very much. If you have some questions, maybe.
Maybe one question. Thank you. First, thank you very much, Philippe, for showing us a glimpse of this really exciting world. And I love the different ways of exploration and of actually leaving it open where you're actually going. And wonderfully diversity in the examples. And I think just like in the keynote this morning of Robert, where he was mentioning, that technology inevitably becomes part of our practice, and I think we should embrace it and we should find our possibilities of exploration. ourselves here. Absolutely great. Thanks once again.
Thank you.
Are there any questions? Go ahead. Peter?
Just a quick question. I'm curious. What I think is really cool here is that, don't mind me saying this, but this is music that actually doesn't need a performer of your quality, so to speak. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That is, it's really wonderful. As a percussionist, you're involved in this project that often doesn't need you to play percussion, so to speak.
Of course.
Performance skills. I had a question about the notation. Was it ever considered using like dance notation?
Yes, Laban, yes, but the thing is, I asked to have just using my arms, my hands, not my legs. So it's not really a dance tool. But of course, you have a lot of gesture capture with dancer, but I have also sensor here everywhere. But I'm just a percussionist performer with my hands. So I asked to create a tool for this. And that's what's interesting is use the technology to have no instruments, just to focus on the movement of the gesture to be precise. And then when you are in this focus, when you can control this, then keep other time the instruments. Play already with instruments. For me, it's important to be far from the instruments, to concentrate myself on the gesture, and then be back on the instruments. The idea is that new technology has not to cut you from the reality. You know, that's the big thing, is you are in a real, virtual reality, and this helps you to go back to the reality. That's very important for me. It's not the technology, if you use just to switch off all the instruments, all the contact physical, it's a big, you are wrong. But you have to use this to come back after. That's interesting for me. But yeah, that's a lot of talk. Sorry.
That's great, and you showed it very convincingly. So thank you
Thank
very
you.
much once again, Philippe.
Thank you very much.